Oh boy, this is it. I've been wiring this perf board, and this is sort of like no tracks. It's just a board with holes in it. And as you make tracks, you use solder or wire. So when you see like this green wire here, and the green wire comes around here, that's signal that's coming out of the opto relay saying fire, and it's also got a resistor value, 0, 3.3, 6.2, or 10, and that resistor value tells the board which sound to fire. Okay, and my values are close, not a perfect, and I think that's going to come out here in a second. Okay, I have the incoming power here. And I shared this, maybe not, but at any rate, this is a buck boost board. So, okay, all the way back to blunderbuss. I'm running AC power from a transformer. It's an American Flyer toy transformer, 15B, and it's at 60 miles an hour, and it's energized, and the green light's on. That AC power is coming in right here, and that's a rectifier. That rectifier converts the AC to DC. I'm taking DC out of somewhere on here. I guess it's coming right out of those two links there. All right, buck boost, right. It comes into a set of jumpers, and then it comes into this buck boost board, and I put some caps on just for insurance, just to make sure. And I've got positive to red to red, red to red, right? And I've got this set at 4.95 volts. Pretty solid, 4.95. This guy says it could take 15. I like to keep it below 5, and it'll run at 5 real well. Okay. So this power comes in, this energy comes in here. And if I get another pointer, let's get one that's not electrical, and get my light coming over here a little better. Okay. The energy comes in here. There's a power pin, not there, but right there. Second one in is a power pin. But I also pull off of that, and I come over here to this power pin to the MP3 board. So power is coming into the two circuits that require the power: the radio receiver and the MP3 player. Okay, that's the only thing that gets power, and it's getting 4.9. Okay, the ground also goes into this guy, and it also runs across here and comes into this pin here for ground. So both systems are getting the hot and the ground, and they're the only ones that get it. Now, signal comes from the receiver. When I push a button, there's a blue light, or no blue light, but when I push a button, it sends a signal to this side of this chip, and it's opto isolated. That means this is a LED, an infrared LED, and it lights up, and then it tells these pins here, I saw a signal, close and send some power through. And what happens is the power is actually coming from this port here, this add key 1, address key, and that goes to this thing. It gets triggered, and that goes to ground, and all the grounds are interconnected. So when it goes to ground, it's like you're turning on a switch to ground, and that says fire this sound bite, which this certain resistance has an address. Now, these resistances are close, but they're not deadly accurate, and I think that's what you'll hear in a second. But in any case, that's how it's working, and it's working. This is the same chip I had over there. It works fine. And here we go. I'm going to, this is where we think it's going to fit, just about like that. This board will be up on its side. It won't have these caps, or if they do, they'll be flat. But this is how it's going to fit. The motor controller is going to be right here, and this rectifier is going to be right up above the motor controller. So all these leads will be very short. So here I am with my device, and I'm going to I'm going to push button A. You'll see the blue light comes on, which says I have a sound to play, and it plays it. And that happens to be the 0 resistance sound, and that is the steam whistle. B is telling you all aboard, get ready. C is a chuff. Now, why is that? I don't know. Okay. And D is a chuff. Now, why is that? I don't know. So we have the whistle and the all aboard, which we like, but these two are sending me the wrong signal into the address key. It's playing the wrong sound address. So what I need to do is research their exact values, check these values, and add or remove a resistance. Maybe I have to put in a pair of resistors to reach the exact value that I need, because some of these were a little odd. And that. But for me, that's a tune-up. This is the first time this is run as a completed contraption, okay? For me, the excitement is it works. I'm getting my sounds. And it's pretty reliable. So that says you're going to get the sounds you need from the engine, out of a speaker, from the buck boost, from the rectifier, from an AC transformer. That tells me I can put this in any American Flyer engine I wish. This board, this, all would fit into an American Flyer engine. Steam engine, diesel, streamline, Royal Blue, switcher, Franklin, even Casey Jones, okay? Probably up through some of the Lionel versions. I don't know, okay? But in any case, for my interest is 40, well, actually I've been enlightened, it's like 38, because that means I can put this in any O-gauge American Flyer also. And remember, I've got a pair of Royal Blue bodies with O-gauge trucks, drivers, and everything. And I'm going to work them over and give this sound to them. I'm going to give them the DC motor, all-wheel pickup, the whole bit. And I've also gotten the authorization to begin thinking about a Northern tender fully loaded. Northern tender with this in it. Steam whistle, all aboard, and two others, which should be a bell and a station announcement. And in the station announcement, owners can pop this thing out and put it in their PC with instructions on how to enter the announcement they want. So if you had your own custom train line and you want to say arriving on track 1 is the, Tommy Samuels Atlantic Special, you can put that on this board in a special format, not magic, just orderly, okay, and put it back in and hit that button and it would play. Now, I'm going to get the bugs out of this. Why am I getting chuff? I'm going to take, we'll figure it out. I'm not worried, okay? We're going to figure it out. Chuff sound is playing on C and D. What the hell? And let's move on. Big point for me, big hooray is my layout, my schematic, which you can see is extensive research was put into this. I really hurt my brain. Okay? I made paper dolls and did the layout, so I knew how the wires would be routed or should be routed and grouped. And I've already documented the as-built perf board, and I've taken extensive photographs of everything, so I will be able to replicate this design as it sits right here. I'll try to make it a little neater and tidier and like that, but I can build these. I can build 5 or 10 of these right now, and they will work, and change the sounds. I can build one for diesel, one for steam, show you all that. And the speaker box. I have now the bare speakers. I have to print the box, design and print the box, glue the speaker in. I have my own speakers, Frankentrain speakers. buck boost. I like it because it's reliable. It boosts and bucks, so at low speed or high speed, no matter what. There's flat out. And here is, well, I guess I can shut it off. That probably isn't so good. Let's see. Put it at like 5 volts. 5 volts. You know, like 10 miles an hour. If I take it all the way to 0, what happens? That's what happens. Runs out of energy if you go to 0. So you're going to have to come off of 0 and give it a few volts, and then it can work. But it won't break. It'll just make it means more power, more power. So if you're sitting at the station, you want to put it in neutral, put the engine in neutral, and then give it a little more power, and that would take care of that problem. Okay, 4 sounds. I'll put them in. I'll debug this thing, and I'll come back and show you how that's going. I'm printing rolling road axles right now, and I've got enough parts for about 6 or 8 rolling road sets. And I've got an email last night that someone is going to send me an order for 6, and I have to ship them by Tuesday. So I'm printing parts, and I'll be assembling that. But the very next thing I'm going to start right now, if it's not lunch and I think I'm okay, I still got time, is the part that's going to fit on here and hold the buck boost and the rectifier. I'm going to start to detail the final part that would allow me to assemble Leon's tender and set up other tenders as we get going. Okay, gang, that's the show. That's what I'm up to. No good, huh? It's pretty exciting. We've got it now, all right? We've got it. It's reliable. It's put together. It will fit inside. I got it. You can't hold it down because it restarts too soon. Okay. All right. There it is. We'll figure it out. We'll get back to you. I am so excited. This is a monumental moment for me. 4 sounds was something we can afford, and it fits. Oh, thank you. Now, you know, buck boost and goes to smoke. The next thing I have to figure out is a good chuff solution. And Andy and I have 2 solutions we're working towards. Later.